For Off the Block, I'm Vinny Lopes, and we are now joined by Barton men's volleyball head coach Jeff Lennox, along with the Conference Carolina Offensive Player of the Year, Angelos Mandilaris. And, Coach, I have to ask you to start off. You are playing Princeton tomorrow night in your home gym in the NCAA Tournament play-in match. What's your assessment of this match entering?
We're very excited, I think, to say the least. This is a well-earned opportunity for our guys. We created a body of work this year that I think is very well deserving of being at this point in the season. And so we're just thrilled to have the opportunity to host a great team like Princeton, a conference champion. They played a great schedule as well, so we know that they're going to be prepared. They had an opportunity to practice today, and we got to speak to their coach, and they're ready to go and excited as well as we are. So there's excitement in the air. Campus is excited. The community is excited, and we're just ready to get at it tomorrow.
Yeah, and question for both of you, having been able to do a little bit of scouting on Princeton, what are you seeing as one or two things that they do really well that you're going to have to be able to contain or stop tomorrow night?
In my opinion, when they get hot in the service line, they can be very dangerous. And that's, in my opinion, the most important thing. And the second one is they're all pretty athletic. So, yeah, I think they use the spike for quite high, and they have a pretty high block. So we definitely need to work around that.
Yeah. And just go off that for both of you, with Princeton being such a good serving team, is there a team in the Conference Carolinas that you feel may have been somewhat similar, so you've had some experience facing that, or is this one of these where it may be a little bit of uncharted territory for you guys since the beginning of the season when you're playing Long Beach State and USC?
I think we've seen it a lot throughout the year. Obviously seeing Mason and Long Beach in our gym, and then going to the Grow the Game and seeing USC and Grand Canyon. USC has some great servers. Obviously, Long Beach had some great servers. Even Harvard had a few good servers with good velocity. So I think we've seen it all year. There's a few guys from King in the championship that serve the ball really well. Good location, move the ball around, moved our guys around. So, yeah, I think we've seen it very recently, and we saw it throughout the whole entire season.
Now, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, campus is exciting. Can you just maybe elaborate a little more? What is the buzz like for you guys right now as you're getting ready for this match? Do you feel like you're going to have a pretty big home crowd out there for you guys?
Yeah, I think we'll have a great crowd. I think throughout the season, people slowly started getting into men's volleyball on campus and definitely in the community. We've had a pretty stellar crowd, I think, especially once we got closer to senior night and hosting the playoffs. We were able to kind of start packing the gym. So we've been getting calls and emails from all over the community about the match and the excitement level. And our guys have really won over the campus, the faculty and the staff, and I think they've won over the community.
Yeah. Angelos, I want to ask you, what is the advantage for you guys, being able to play this match at home as opposed to having to worry about the travel aspects and a road match? How big of an advantage is that for you guys as players?
It's a great advantage. We do not have to travel somewhere, so obviously it's just like another routine day.
Right.
It definitely feels like more comfortable to playing. When you're serving, when you're switching high balls, I guess when other guys are passing, I feel it's way nicer to play in your own gym. Also, we have the support of the home crowd, which is something very strong as well.
Yeah. And I want to ask you about your connection with your center. You guys have been hitting at a pretty high offensive clip this season. What is it about that combination that has seemed to work really, really well for you guys this year?
I think this year we have a pretty complete offensive system. I wouldn't say we have any disadvantages, any gaps kind of. So I feel each one of us completes the other. And, I think we just feed off each other's, attack. So if one of us plays good, we gain some momentum as well, and we manage to play better, I think.
Yeah. And then a question for both of you. What would NCAA tournament win mean for not only your program, but in many ways the conference that you're representing, the Conference Carolinas?
I think it would just show everybody that Conference Carolinas is not a different, complete different league, and that even teams from our conference can be competitive with other big schools. We have definitely, us and some other schools have definitely proved this in other years, but doing it in the NCAA tournament is definitely gonna prove it a little bit. It's gonna definitely show it a little bit better.
Yeah, and just to go off of that, the amount of effort each team has put in, the coaches recruiting and the guys working and the schedules that we've created, I think has prepared us for this moment, and not only prepared us to potentially win, but to host. So I think that in itself has already shown that, you know, we're the same as these other programs. We're not a different league. We're not a different level. We're absolutely the same, and we've earned it, and we're excited to play.
Yeah. And Coach, looking back at your conference championship match, you guys were able to get the win, but I do want to ask, was there anything you saw in that match that you felt you guys needed to make adjustments on going into the NCAA tournament?
I thought King blocked extremely well, and not that we won't run into a team that is able to do that, but I thought that was different than how a normal match would normally play out. That was their strength, especially with both of their senior middles. They had led the conference and been high in the nation all season in blocks per set, and they allowed that strength to propel them for the set victories that they had. So I think we ran into them playing their best, putting their best effort out there, which that's what you're going to see in a championship match. After that, I thought we did well in every other category. We out-attacked them, we out-dug them, we out-served them, we out-passed them. So I thought our game plan was good. Our guys executed well, but the other team showed up and played their best, which you should expect in a championship match, and we expect that of Princeton tomorrow. Like Angelos said, they're going to serve the ball really well. They're going to be athletic. They have a good system. They had the Player of the Year in the EIVA, so we expect them to come in and play to their strengths as best they can, and we're going to be ready to defend that.
Yeah, I did want to ask you, Coach, with George Human, obviously he plays that hybrid opposite middle position. Just with the fact that it's such a unique position, does that change anything you guys have to do schematically in preparation for it?
No, I mean, he swings the D-ball out of the back row, and they run him all across the net in the front row. So that's something that will be easy for us to identify where he's at. It's the other guys that complete their team that I think continue to make George such a great player, where they run number 2 and when they swing him out of the middle or on the opposite, what they do with number 9. Those guys have contributed a lot to their team, and they're asked to do a lot. So I think knowing where those guys are, controlling them well, having a good idea where George is going to be the key for us.